Belgium, a country known for its medieval towns, chocolates, and peaceful European charm, is witnessing a quiet transformation. While many see Belgium as a deeply modern and largely secular nation, Islam is steadily becoming one of its fastest-growing religions. In this video, we'll explore how Islam is rising in Belgium through real data and growth patterns, how it compares to other religions, how secularism has spread, and what the future might look like by 2050. To understand this, we have to look back at Belgium's history of faith. In the 1960s, Belgium was almost entirely Christian. Religion was not only a belief, but a cultural identity. Around 70% of Belgians were Catholic, church attendance was high, and Christianity influenced schools, politics, and even holidays. Only about 5% of the population claimed no religion at that time, and Islam was barely visible, mostly a few hundred workers who had arrived for industrial labor. But over the following decades, Belgium, like much of Europe, began to change. The country modernized rapidly, education levels rose, and society became more liberal. As the younger generations turned towards science and individual freedom, traditional religion started to lose its grip. In the 1980s, Catholics made up around 65% of the population, Protestants about 5%, and people with no religion grew to almost 20%. During the same time, Belgium opened its doors to immigrants from Morocco and Turkey who came to work in factories and construction. Islam quietly began to establish its roots. By the early 2000s, the picture looked completely different. Catholics had dropped to about 55%. Protestants were still around 5%. Non-religious people had grown to 35%. And Muslims made up nearly 5% of the total population, becoming the second largest faith in the country. Fast forward to 2025, and the change is even more dramatic. Catholics now represent about 40% of the Belgian population, Protestants around 3%, people with no religion or atheist views about 50%, and Muslims between 6 and 7%. That's roughly 800,000 people. Other faiths, such as Judaism, Hinduism, and Buddhism, make up around 1 to 2% combined. This shift tells a remarkable story. While Christianity has declined steadily and secularism has risen sharply, Islam stands out as the only religion still showing consistent growth. In cities like Brussels, Antwerp, and Liège, Muslims make up significant parts of the community. In fact, in Brussels alone, nearly 1 in 4 residents is Muslim. So, what's behind this growth? There are several clear reasons. First, the immigration of Muslim families from Morocco and Turkey that began in the 1960s and 70s has continued through family reunification and natural population growth. Second, Muslim families generally have slightly higher birth rates compared to the national average. And third, unlike many other groups, Muslims tend to maintain their faith across generations. While many Belgians have become non-religious, Muslim youth are growing up proud of both their Belgian identity and their Islamic values. They speak the language, study in Belgian universities, and participate in society. Yet they hold firm to their faith. Sociologists describe Belgium today as a country where religion overall is declining, but Islam is resisting that trend. It's the only faith in Belgium whose numbers have continued to increase year after year, while others have decreased. Another reason is that Islam in Belgium has become more visible. With mosques, Islamic schools, and community centers now spread across major cities, many Belgians, even if not religious themselves, now recognize Islam as a permanent part of the nation's social fabric. Looking ahead, the projections are quite interesting. According to demographic research, the Muslim population in Belgium could reach nearly 10% by 2050. That would mean close to 1.5 million Muslims in a country of just over 11 million people. Meanwhile, Christianity is expected to continue declining, possibly dropping below 30%. While secular or atheist citizens could make up about half of the total population. Even with such high secularism, Islam will remain the only growing faith, showing a unique stability and resilience in modern Europe. This story is not about numbers alone. It's about transformation, about how faith can quietly adapt and survive in a society that is otherwise moving away from religion. In one of Europe's most liberal and secular nations, Islam continues to grow not through force or pressure, but through the strength of belief, family, and tradition. From a few thousand workers in the 1960s to a vibrant, visible community today, Muslims in Belgium have become part of the nation's identity. The story of Islam in Belgium is a story of quiet endurance. While churches have emptied and old traditions have faded, mosques have filled with the sound of new generations reciting the same timeless words of faith. Even in a land where religion is disappearing, Islam keeps finding new hearts, softly shaping the spiritual landscape of Belgium.